This will all end, but it's not going to end at once. It ends when we get all the ventilators we need. It ends when we get gloves and masks and spare ICU beds. It ends when we can test everyone who feels sick. It ends when we feel safe going outside again. Right now, Congress is quibbling over what to put in the stimulus package, but one way or another, it's going to happen. $2 trillion to tide over workers who are getting laid off, save small businesses from going under, and provide some liquidity to large businesses. Remember, nobody in Washington wants the economy to crash and burn in an election year. But legislation isn't enough. You know what we really need? We need demand. Demand from real people. And the thing about humans is they need to be alive and healthy enough to shop and eat and go out to big events, something we excel at as Americans. The problem? That can't happen until we have enough ventilators and enough testing to cover the whole population. The lack of those things and surgical masks are what makes the situation so dangerous and dire. Without them, the patient could die and healthcare providers could get sick. The real risk is that our healthcare system gets overwhelmed. People start dying of otherwise preventable things because we don't have the capacity to treat them. So we need to get this done by any means necessary. Hundreds of thousands of lives are on the line, maybe even millions. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom out there. The highest-ranking New Jersey health official just this weekend said we're all going to get it. Thanks for that. I think our goal should be to not get it. But failing that, you want to postpone getting it until our healthcare system has enough ventilator capacity and hospital beds instead of being overrun, as much of the Northeast already is. I hear people saying that this could last until late summer, maybe even the fall, but that's on us. If we can scale up testing, and Thermo Fisher this weekend tells me that they're shipping 2 million test kits this week, going to 5 million a week in April, we'll be able to ease the lockdown sooner. Worst naysaying of all, I hear that the People's Republic of China was only able to stop this thing because they're an authoritarian dictatorship with no regard for individual freedom. Democracy, we're told, has no defense against this scourge. And since humans have no immunity whatsoever from COVID, they tell us that our freedom will be our downfall. Wrong. Just flat out wrong. The best responses to this pandemic have come from democracies. South Korea handled it almost perfectly. Democracy. Slovakia's got it under control. Democracy. You don't need to be a dictatorship to beat this disease. You just need to get your act together. We're Americans. We may be an unruly democracy, but we can get this right. We simply have to do the work. We have to enforce social distancing. I see the frolickers out in Brooklyn Prospect Park, Brooklyn Bridge Beach. It's crazy. They're going around like there's nothing wrong. And we wonder why it's become the new epicenter of the outbreak. Here's what I want to do. I want to set a date, a realistic date, perhaps June 6th, D-Day, where we reopen for business in this country. But before we can declare victory, we need to win. So how do we win? First, we quarantine everyone over 65. They cannot go out. They are too high risk. They should have everything they need brought to them. If there's a deadline, hopefully we can start manufacturing ventilators and masks with more urgency. Have the president go to wherever they're making them, please. Give us some hope here, not just a rancorous press conference or two. In the meantime, we need to set up convenient testing everywhere. Parks, parking lots, vacant shopping malls. We got ours in an empty high school parking lot. There's no cars, there's no high school. Every suburb has one of those. If you test negative, you know what? You should get a badge. The badge should last 1 week. Then you get tested again. If you test positive, you go home and you stay home. Maybe take a course of some of the drugs that seem to be working and throw in an online course to keep you from going insane from boredom. If you get worse, go to the hospital. Once you get better for long enough that you're no longer contagious, you get your badge and you can go outside again. We've just got to do what South Korea's been doing. Test, 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 and test. Hey, we inspect cars. Why not inspect people? Once you get your badge, you get some gloves, get a surgical mask, then go out and spend some darn money. And once Congress passes this bailout bill, both businesses and individuals will have some cash. But wouldn't it be better to have actual customers? For that to happen again, we need masks and tests and ventilators. We got to be sure you're safe if you go shopping. Restaurants, they're harder. We can practice table social distancing, though. Unless you just want to do takeout, which puts money directly into the hands of the business, allowing them to keep employing people. That would allow about 9 customers at my hole-in-the-wall tavern, but 9's better than nothing. At least I think so, since we're paying people anyway. Really, though, what our beleaguered nation needs is a sense of hope. A realistic date would at least give us something to look forward to. However, it's not realistic until the government goes on a war footing and bends over backward to make more ventilators, more masks, and more test stations. If we want a second D-Day, we need to get to work together. Congress, doctors. Heck, why not pull 25,000 medical professionals from the military, as they have 125,000 of them? Let's get this second Operation Overlord on the road. Okay, Mad Money tonight. My exclusive with the only publicly traded play on telemedicine, Teladoc. That stock's going crazy. And I'm talking with the CEO of Ventas, the healthcare REIT that owns senior housing centers. That stock's going crazy too, but the wrong way. You don't want to miss it. Stick with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.